Hello and welcome to the 3-Minute Quran Study, the place where we understand the Quran in the context of its time. Starting today, we want to look at writings outside the Islamic tradition which are often believed to corroborate the Islamic narrative. The first document we want to look at is a Christmas sermon by Sophronius of Jerusalem. Sophronius was Patriarch of Jerusalem from 634 AD until his death in 638 AD. According to Islamic tradition, he is the one who symbolically gave the keys to the city of Jerusalem to Caliph Umar. Of course, there's no evidence which would support that story, but that's not the topic of this video anyway. Let us therefore look at the Christmas sermon from the year 634. It has survived in 3 manuscripts, 2 manuscripts in the original Greek form and 1 Latin translation from the 16th century. The Latin translation differs significantly from the Greek original, which we'll get into shortly. But let's start with some context. Sophronius refers in his sermon to an old Christian tradition in Jerusalem, namely the pilgrimage to Bethlehem for Christmas celebrations, something that seemingly was impossible in the year 634 AD. He said, "But we for our many sins and gravest errors have been rendered unfit to contemplate these things or to direct our course there, and are forbidden to approach, but are compelled against our will to remain at home, not bound, to be sure, by physical chains, but deterred and fettered by fear of the Saracens. And we are thus punished today, since we have at hand the city of Bethlehem, which received God, but nonetheless are not permitted to enter it, frightened by the sword of the savage and most barbarous Saracens, full of every cruelty. This sword banishes us from that happy sight, and compels us to remain at home without further advance. If then we do the will of our Father and constantly maintain the orthodox faith and truth, we will easily remove the Ishmaelite sword and turn aside the Saracen dagger and break the Hagarene bow, and see holy Bethlehem long unseen. For we have close to us the place in which God appeared, yet notwithstanding we are not strong enough to hasten there." In the next section, the Latin translator, unable to cope with the complex Greek structure, enriched the original Greek text. He let Sophronius talk about Bethlehem being either besieged or captured by the Saracens. In the preface of the translation, he even admits that he was unsure what the original text was really talking about here. The truth is that it neither talks about a siege nor about Bethlehem being captured. Rather, it talks about the Saracens preventing the Christians from getting there, something that wasn't unusual. St. Jerome already lamented a similar situation in the 4th century, when Saracen bands were also making the area unsafe. Sophronius' sermon can therefore not be used to support the Islamic narrative of a violent conquest. Not only is there no archaeological evidence for such a conquest, Sophronius also makes no mention of it. It was only the 16th century Latin translator who inserted the connection, no doubt under the influence of the then widely popularized Islamic narrative. In the next episode, we will look at another text which supposedly corroborates the Islamic narrative. Until then, thank you very much for watching and see you next time.